Hello student, myself your English teacher Pradeep sir, teaching you this lesson, the Grumble family. Student, we have learned that about Grumble family, and the moral lesson we had learned that we should not be the part of this Grumble family. We should count in the good family in the society. Okay, student, and today we will do the exercises given here in your book. Okay, specially student, in your book, page number 16 to 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21, it is describing teaching about the different kind of sentences. Okay, student, uh, today I will explain you about the kinds of sentences. Okay, but before that I want to remind you, in our previous English grammar classes I had taught you about the kinds of sentences. Okay, so today once again from our book we are going to learn the different kind of sentences. Okay, the first one here is a declarative sentence. Okay, declarative sentence, a simple sentence, simple statement. Okay, declarative. Here a declarative sentence is used when you want to make a statement to convey some information or an idea. These sentences are punctuated with a simple full stop. Okay, see here example: New Delhi is the capital of India. New Delhi is the capital of India. Full stop is here. You mark this. Here is full stop. Okay. Then the second sentence is, she is my sister. Okay, student. Here also full stop. You see it. Then another sentence is, Cristiano Ronaldo is a football player. You see here full stop. Okay. So these are declarative sentences. Okay, it is a statement to convey some information or an idea. Okay, student, and always we punctuate with a simple full stop. Okay, then the next sentence is interrogative sentences. Okay, student, interrogative sentence means an interrogative sentence is used to ask a direct question and always ends with a question mark. The interrogative means question. Okay, student, here interrogative means question. Example you see here, where is the principal's room? See, here is a question mark and it is a question. Okay, second one, what is your name? Generally people ask what is your name. Here you see question mark like this. Okay, so another question, when are you coming here? See here question mark again. So first one is declarative, means simple statement ended with full stop. The second one is interrogative, means question. The sentence asks direct questions and always ends with question mark. Okay, student. Then imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is used to express a command or a request. It usually ends with a simple full stop or an exclamation mark depending on the strength of the emotion that is expressed. Okay, it is imperative means a command or a request. Okay, see example. Please wait for me. Okay, clean your room now. See, expression. It is a command. It is a request. Go there at once. See. So this command and request, this is called imperative sentence. Okay. So you understood, student? Declarative, interrogative, and imperative. Then exclamatory sentences. Okay, student? What? Exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence is used to express emotions such as excitement, surprise, happiness, anger, etc., and ends with an exclamation mark. Exclamation mark means like this, opposite I. Okay. Here you see I won the match. Okay, I won the match. Here is the expression. Okay, and ended with exclamation mark. Okay, student, it is the expression of emotion. It is a happiness. Okay, or excitement. I won the match. Then, student, another example. How sad the grumblers always are. It is a means emotion, feeling, expression. Suddenly, I saw a bear walking towards me. Oh, it is also a sudden expression, emotion. Okay, so exclamation is, it is a express of emotion, and imperative means is the express of a command or a request. Okay, so declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. Now, student, we will learn. Here we see simple sentences. Okay, now you have known the different kind of sentences: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Okay, student. Now here we will find, now we have seen the type of sentence is discussed before, which have been classified based on the situation in which they are used. Now let us learn the classification of sentences based on their structure. Okay. These sentences like declarative and interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, it is classified based on the situation. Okay. Now we will classify the different type of sentence based on their structure. Okay. Here you see simple sentence. It is based on structure. A simple sentence has the most basic element that make it a sentence, a subject, a verb, and hence is a complete thought. Okay. Here J waited for the train. Okay, student. And next sentence is Samira and Sunita took the bus. Okay. Another sentence is I looked for them at the bus stop. So using many simple sentences in any write-up will make it look long and uninteresting. So it can prevent the writing from flowing smoothly. That is when you should consider altering some of the sentences into compound or complex sentences. So what is compound sentence? Okay, compound sentence. A compound sentence refers to a sentence made up of two independent clauses or complete sentences connected to each other with a coordinating conjunction. A conjunction is a part of speech that connects words. In our previous lesson, I have taught you parts of speech. In my grammar classes, connect word, phrase, clause, or sentence. Coordinating conjunction are easy to remember if you think of the mnemonic fanboys. See, for, and, nor, but, or, yet so. Jay waited for the train, but the train was late. I waited for Samira and Sunita at the bus station for an hour, yet they did not turn up. It's very cold and foggy outside, so I had to put on my jacket. Too many compound sentences that are fanboys can weaken writing. That is when complex sentences come to your rescue. Okay? Then complex sentence. A complex sentence is a sentence that combines one independent clause with at least one dependent clause. A subordinating conjunction joins a subordinate clause to a main clause. Below are some of the most commonly used subordinating conjunctions: after, before, though, whenever, although, even though, unless, whereas, as, if, until, wherever, because, since, when, while. When the dependent clause comes first, a comma should be used to separate both the clause. See here. While he waited at the train station, comma, Jay realized that the train was late. As Samira and Sunita arrived at the bus station late, comma, I did not see them there. After he had climbed the high mountain, Rajesh felt that he could not stand anymore. So, it is a complex sentence. Now, independent clauses can come first in the sentence sometime, followed by a dependent clause. When the independent clause comes first, a comma should not be used to separate the two clauses. Okay. Jay realized that the train was late while he waited at the train station. Okay. Here, when the dependent clause comes first, a comma should be used to separate both clauses. But here, independent clause can come first in the sentence, followed by a independent clause. When the independent clause comes first, a comma should not be used to separate. Okay. Next example, I did not see them at the station because Samira and Sunita arrived at the bus station late. Third example, Rajesh felt that he could not stand anymore after he had climbed the high mountain. So, a complex sentence. Okay, you see here 1, 2, 3. A complex sentence indicates clear and more specific relationship between the different parts of the sentence. The word after, for instance, tells readers that one thing occurs after another. So a sentence is effective when a completed thought comes at the end and the first part of the sentence build up to its meaning. Then should you begin a sentence with and or but or one of the other coordinating conjunction? Though it is not entirely wrong, you should avoid beginning a sentence with and or but or the other coordinating conjunction. These words are generally used to join parts of a sentence together, not to begin a new sentence. Should you begin a sentence with because? There is nothing wrong in beginning a sentence with because. It is perfectly acceptable as long as the sentence with because is complete. Because example you see. Because Mary and Samantha arrived at the bus station late, I did not see them at the station. Now that we have seen various sentences, let's have fun writing. Here are the following representations. It will give you a quick overview of the simple, compound and complex sentence. Please note that in complex sentence, the order of the sentence formation can vary or different. Simple sentence, subject plus predicate. Compound sentence, independent clause, coordinating conjunction, independent clause. Coordinating conjunction are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Complex sentence, independent clause plus subordinating conjunction. Here, after, before, though, whenever, although, even though, unless, whereas, as, if, until, wherever, because, since, when, while. Then dependent clause. Okay. So student, this is what the Grumble family from our course book we have completed, and in our next class we will go to our activity book. So thank you for learning online. See you in our next class. Bye.